Hey friends, I'm so blessed to have you here today. Now, have you ever got finished creating a piece of artwork, putting in the last little details, and then you finally step back from it, and you're just met with a sigh of frustration? For some reason, the artwork looks flat and lifeless. And you know what? I've been there so many times. And I think I may have just found the fix for it. And this fix, it's nothing difficult. You don't need to go to art school to figure it out. You don't need to do art for 10 years to figure it out. And you really don't even need any fancy materials at all. It is a very easy exercise that I actually have linked below in the description, which if you follow along while I'm doing it here, it will make your life a whole lot easier. Now, what is the secret technique I'm talking about that just magically makes drawings come to life? Well, I'm not the first to invent it. In fact, it's been around for 400 years in the Japanese tradition, and it's called a notan. It's very easy. It literally just means the contrast between dark and light. So all of that complexity, all the shading, all the fancy details, we're throwing all of that out the window. We don't need it for this exercise. All we're going to do is just try to find where the light is versus where the light is not. That's it. We're keeping it very simple. In fact, for level 1, all we're going to do is use the colors black and white. That's it. So let's take a look at what a notan actually is. So this is a very beautiful photograph I got from unsplash.com. As you can see, there's a lot of details going on here. It'd be a lot to work from as a beginner. So to distill all this down and make it super simple, the notan is literally just that. Just white and black, with the shadows and the light shining on it. If you can distill whatever image you have into just 2 values and actually recognize what the subject is and have it look like a nice design, then your painting, drawing, whatever medium you're using is going to most likely work because you already have a solid foundation. So let's look at another example here. So here we have another very beautiful photo from unsplash.com. It's a great place for copyright-free images. Right here we have a lovely shadow shapes and light. So this will make for a very good notan. Look here, this notan, you can tell exactly what it is. You can see where the light is hitting it. As wonderful design. So this would also make for a very nice painting or drawing. Now let's look at some examples that are going to really give beginners, intermediates, whoever, a lot of difficulty creating a solid artwork. So this is a lovely little photograph I took, but it would not make for a very good painting unless you're very, very skilled. And the reason for that is there's not really defined light and shadow shapes. It's all kind of too subtle. I mean, there's a little bit of shadow on the side, but really not enough light and shadow shapes to make that interesting of a composition. So you're going to want to stay away from photos like this that are very low contrast and don't have defined light and shadow shapes. Now here's another photo I took of these 2 little alpacas. This would be a very nice photo to work from because there are defined light and shadow shapes. You can very clearly see where the light is shining versus the shadow. So stuff like this would be wonderful reference material for any beginner or intermediate artist to use. So let's get into how to actually implement this whole notan thing. So I have some line art here. I just used a little line art filter. Of course, I always recommend drawing it yourself, and if I wanted to put the time into it, I could draw this. But for absolute beginners who are literally just focused on painting, I would recommend just using grids or projector or tracing just for right now to get the whole light and shadow thing mastered. So where would we even begin here? A lot of people go right into the details and trying to render everything out to perfection, but for this exercise, keep it real simple. So I'll go ahead and have the steps here of the different values. So the first one is going to be the very first value, which is just black. If you're an absolute beginner, this might sound crazy, but I would literally just keep it like this. Once you have the black and the white, you basically pass this exercise. You just want to make sure you have very defined light and shadow shapes. Of course, I did this very quickly. I recommend taking your time on this. Now you can already kind of see the form turning. Like, let's take a look here. If we, yeah, I mean, you can already see where the light is shining from over here. So already we're getting a very good likeness. But of course, we're not going to stop here. If you want to take that extra step, go to level 2, add in another value, or second value. And this is when you can really start to see the light turning across the form. And again, if you are a beginner, I recommend just doing 2 or 3 values and keep on doing as many of these Notan photos as possible. Keep it very simple, because the simpler you keep it, the better off it usually turns out. And you can already kind of see, you're already getting a very good impression of what it is. But of course, we're going to keep on going. So we have the first value black, the second value our second darkest color, and now we're going to add in a third. Right here, it's just going to be, you know, our darkest dark, middle dark, and our lightest dark. Just 3. So let's press on. So this is where it's really going to transform, this 4th value. Man, look at that. When we add in that 4th value of that darkest light, or right now the lightest light, you can already see the form turning. You can just see how much more 3-dimensional that looks. If we zoom out, that just looks like a beautiful little line drawing. Of course, it's not going to be polished because the edges are all hard. Keep it very hard edges. Like you can see here, there's no blending, no gradients, no nothing. It's all just very hard edges. But if we can keep everything very simple and very hard right now, it's going to make it so much easier to soften up these values later and work on the, you know, form transitions and modeling. If you've reached this point, that's amazing. Now I'm just going to go into how to beef this up as a drawing and how to bring this into a more finalized drawing. So now we're going to add our, well, I call it a 3.5 value. We have a lot more transitionary shades here. All in all, we're going to have, I've labeled it here, our lightest light, our middle light, our darkest light, our lightest dark, our middle dark, and our darkest dark. Altogether, we're going to have 6 values, and if you can break your photo down into 6 strong shadow and light shapes, you will have a solid drawing and painting, or whatever medium you want to use. If you can master this, I'm telling you, whatever painting and drawing you do is going to look solid. I mean, of course you want to render it nicely, but you can tell what it is, and it looks 3-dimensional, because I literally took this exact whole layout, and all I did was soften edges, added a couple little details here and there, some textures, and a warm tone over it, and bada bing bada boom, you have a very nice looking drawing. I mean, of course this isn't the most detailed drawing ever, but you can just see how much more solid it looks. And again, it's following the same shadow shape pattern. The whole light and shadow shape all looks very 3-dimensional. Please comment below if you want to see how I turn digital artwork into something that looks like it was made traditionally. So, that's all there is to it. I really hope this video blessed you guys with making artworks that actually look like they're full of life. And just as a little gift from me to you, this holiday season. I put a free guide in the description walking you through the same exercise I just walked you guys through. I'm serious. It can take your artwork from looking so flat to something full of life. In fact, I used some of this artwork that I have linked in the description of a full video of me walking through the whole drawing process to the shading process, dividing the light from the shadow, because that's all we're doing, is just trying to find where the light meets the shadow, organize our value hierarchy. So, thank you guys again, and I hope all of you guys have a super blessed day today, and always remember that Jesus loves you.